Thank you, Jackie. Rory Powers, good morning. This is Right Line Trading. We got an exciting day this morning. We're going to be trading the CPI report with the AI Auto Trader. And this is really for demonstration and educational purposes only. I am not a licensed trade advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. I am not one. And real briefly, it's like a day at the beach this morning. I'm down here in South Florida. I'm going to take down the camera. I just wanted you to see that I am a real person. And I am not a robot, but the robot will be trading. So good morning, everybody. Glad that you're joining us. So let me put down my camera. Nobody wants to see my face. I changed mouses this morning. Okay, let's see here. Okay, nice. Thank you, Patrick. Good morning. We got about 10 minutes before the report comes out. I just wanted to get started early just in case there was any little snafus like my volume, my audio not working. Now I see gold and the RTYs in the trade, but really the fireworks begin at 8:30. My personal plan for my account is to kind of let things cool down. I'm not going to trade right through the report. However, we are going to leave the strategies enabled right through the report. There is usually a lot of volatility when these major news reports come out, which can be a really great thing. In fact, our record day was set by Mark Miller. He was over $3,200 trading the CPI report. I believe it was the CPI or the FOMC, one of the two. And he traded right through the report. So it can be done. We got some really exciting strategies that we're going to be showing today. We've got all the index equities. We've got the Russell, the E-mini, NASDAQ, and the Dow Diamond. I got the Dow Diamond hiding here. Might have to go back to my other mouse. The Dow Diamond is hiding here. Dow had a real great day yesterday. It was up over $1,000, I believe, yesterday. It's painful to use this mouse. All right. And I think what I'll do is while we're waiting. Good morning, Rao. Yes, Rao is in the house. Let me just make a quick technical adjustment here on my mouse. I thought maybe if I changed it would be better, but it's actually worse. Let me turn this one off. And the AI Auto Trader also trades crude oil and gold, which should be fun to watch. Gold is always a big mover. Let me put this one in. Take that one out. Okay. Okay. And the Russell's in a really nice trade. Let's take a look at the Russell. The cash cow is our Russell. And that Russell took a nice reversal. One of our entries is a shift in momentum that catches beautiful reversals, gets us in these moves nice and early. And I think one of the secrets to our success, good morning, Dr. Jeff, is our risk to reward ratio. On gold, I was looking at it this morning. I think we're risking 10 ticks to make 90. That's a 9 to 1. A 9 to 1 risk to reward. So we can take some losers. It's not going to put us on the sideline. We're going to try and stay in the market so we can, as long as possible, to hit our profit targets. We've got some really exciting strategies. We've integrated an AI component that will dynamically adjust our stop and profit targets based on the market conditions. And in about 5 minutes, the fireworks show begins. I'm going to try to stay out of its way as much as possible. When things settle down a little, I'm going to I'm going to trade a funded Apex account. So that was a full winner on the Russell this morning. Some really nice volatility. When you see those big swings up and down, those signal A entries will bring home the bacon. Good morning. Good morning. Signal B on gold. Gold's been I'll tell you, pre-market gold is one of the best strategies we have. With all the volatility, the big swings up and down, went to a record high not long ago. And it's been fun to watch. I'm sure today will be no different. So we got about 2 or 3 minutes. And over here is my control center. And we're going to keep an eye on the leaderboard here. Right now, the Russell and Gold, the E-mini is going to kick in at 8:30. The NASDAQ and the Dow. So should be interesting to see how this performs. I'm going to try to pull up my Forex Factory here when the news report comes out just to see what happened. Wednesday, April 10th. If you're with us, that's the good news. That's a blessing. Let's have a blessed day today. Amen. Core CPI on the way. And we also have FOMC today. So it's a really full day. The 10-year bonds at 1. FOMC, Bauman is speaking at 8:45. Barkin at 12:45. Very news-driven market. And our cash cow is right back in. There we go. Wow. NASDAQ 2-minute. You can see that bar exploded to the upside. And there it goes. Well, it gave us that head fake up. The ES 5-minute went up $1,200 really quick. A huge trade to the downside. Now it jumped right back in. The ES did. You can see it at the top left. My stop went to break even. And it's riding this trade down to the short side. So the ES jumped out on top big time. ES went up $2,200 on that report. It's one of our top strategies. The 30 range gold is in a trade now. Wow. Let's just watch the show here. I'll try to find the trade that's the haymaker on the 30 range. So with this big move down, the signal Bs would be the ones to trade. But we could get a bounce. So signal A, AI bot. There's a nice trade on gold. Our signal A entry caught that nice reversal. Let's see if we could find this haymaker trade. A haymaker is one of our most exciting strategies. And that trades the 30 range. And you can see it came right down to our profit target. And now is retracing back up. So the haymaker is up 955. Our cash register on the ES is up 2250. And I'm sure their signal A's just jumped in to the long side on the NASDAQ. Crude oil is an exciting strategy to watch. The crude oil is trading the 10 range now. This is my crude oil and gold chart. And the haymaker is back in short. We have a really tight stop. So there's very little risk on these trades. And the potential, the profit potential is huge. We've got a 200 tick profit target, so we're going for $1,000. We're only risking a few hundred. And the system's been winning them about 40 to 50% of the time. So with that type of risk to reward ratio, even a 40 or 50% win rate puts some really nice capital in the bank. And now our stop just went to break even, plus 11. So now all risk is off the table. And we have the potential to put a $1,000 bill in our account. Now referring to the NASDAQ trade on the right. So it looks like it rose 3.5% from a year ago. It increased at a faster than expected pace in March. Really the elephant in the room are the upcoming tax cuts that the market is highly anticipating. With the hot CPI report, it might be a delay on that. Which would cause the market to do exactly what it's doing. Another full winner on the haymaker. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful short entry. You could see it on the cross of the RSI line through that 80% line. The RSI line in my Laguerre oscillator is the trigger. And once we have a disparity of uptick versus downtick, and we get that shift in momentum, that strategy is going to jump in. So I think what I'm going to do is on my strategy, I'm going to go with the signal B. 30 range signal B. I'm going to put it on my PA account. Now that we got this big move down, I'm going to try to find a play to the downside. And I'll tell you, the system really smoked it. That E-mini, wow. Did you see that E-mini? It caught that candle, that huge candle down. And those are 5-minute candles. So it really liked that 5-minute bar. Let's see if we can find this short position. Looks like it's retracing now. We'll keep an eye on the PA account that I just enabled. Now it just took a swing, another swing to the downside. And it hit our P&L for the session. It went over $2,000 on our strategies, on our bots. Once they hit 2,000, they're done trading. They're going to take that profit and put it in the bank, and they'll see you again tomorrow. So the haymaker went all the way by 8:38. Started trading at 8. So between 8 and 8:38, the haymaker, and we could see the trades that it took this morning. That's all the time that it needed. And it's a really exciting strategy. Let me see if I could squeeze in if there was something before 8:34. Yeah, it took a loser. Looks like it took a loser here, right at 8:30. The market gave it that head fake and pretended like it was going to go up. It stopped us out. And on that reversal, it caught that short entry all the way down for 200 ticks. So we pulled in a loser at 8:30, a full winner down. Looks like we then took another entry and hit our $2,000 mark. So it got us out. It put us on the sideline very early, which is really what the strategy is designed to do. So with $2,000 in the bank, I think a best practice is to call it a day. So let's see what happens with our PA account. We're going to try to catch a trade on this Apex account. And let me make sure I have the strategy enabled. I do. Okay, great. Now our drones, on the other hand, will continue to trade. And the drones work in tandem with the bots. For every strategy, for every bot that we have a drone that runs in tandem with it. And that drone, what they do is share a database. And the information, the data that it shares is basically the range of the market. What's the forward maximum excursion? And what's the maximum adverse excursion? The maximum forward excursion, the maximum adverse excursion, the range of the market at that given time, and it tells it exactly where to put its stops and its targets, where it has the best chance of winning. So it's really a sophisticated, powerful system. In a gold trade now. Surprised it didn't jump into this short move. I don't think it's going to be long now. Oh, you know, I might have... I'll check in a minute. So the CPI report came out, rose 3.5% from a year ago, more than expected. And this was the effect that it had on the index equities. Went down. Gold appears to be bouncing up. And crude oil is sideways. Let's see what kind of positions we're in. These are my open positions. The NASDAQ is long on the signal A. There it goes. So it actually put us in the opposite direction that I really thought it would. But you know what? My opinion is worthless. So that's the great thing about this system. So it took a loser on that one. I was kind of hoping to catch a short roll, but you know, I've seen it happen before where I think the market's going to go down and it takes a long position and it hits a full winner. With that hot CPI report, though, I would be really surprised if the market went up. Oh, let me go to the chat. Sorry. Yes, Patrick. Shyam, I'm not sure. There can be a difference from computer to computer. On all of them, Patrick, except the 2-minute on the NASDAQ. The 2-minute doesn't have, the retirement plan doesn't have a signal B. 2 minutes on the NASDAQ is a long time. So we're looking for reversals on that 2-minute bar. Yeah, it could happen, Shyam. Sorry to hear you didn't get it. I took another long trade. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it to where I can only take short trades here. I don't really like these long trades today. I'm going to squeeze this trade. But you know what? Stranger things have happened, right? Look at that. So that's on my PA account. Okay, so that brought me back to about break even. Hey, good morning, Irvin. Yeah, and TDK Town. What it is YouTube has a little bit of a delay, so you guys are seeing things a little ahead of. If you're looking at your own charts, you're seeing things a little faster than I am, than you could see through the YouTube. Okay, there's the short roll I was kind of hoping on. So let's see if we can get a move here to the downside with very little risk. You know, if we can get ourselves a little breathing room on these entries, and they move in our direction a little bit, we can breathe a little easier. This one's coming back, giving me a little heat. So we're just going to stick with our game plan here. just trying to see. Obviously, I want to put my best strategy forward on this PA account. Gold is looking really nice. The signal AI bot. Look at that. One way we can manage these trades is I can attach this to a momentum-based trailing stop by right-clicking on my stop and selecting Properties and attaching it to the modified fast. So now I have a stop that's trailing the trade based on momentum. And when I see a trade that's up $400 or $500 and it's fighting to get to that profit target, I don't want to give everything back. Signal A. I like that signal A. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... that signal A entry was a beauty on the 30 range short. Where am I delayed, Pete? I think what he was saying, I don't think I'm actually delayed. YouTube, when I broadcast live on YouTube, what I like to do is to see if I'm delayed is I look at my bid-ask price on my chart trader, and if it matches what's on my chart, I know that I'm good. So my ES is matching perfect. And I'll just look at my bid-ask on here. It's at 181.15. Oh, it's the NASDAQ you're talking about. Okay, thank you. I just wasn't to the right edge of the chart. But it is right on. But I appreciate that. I wasn't on the right edge. So I think what I'll do, instead of going for these, I think I'm going to go to the signal A on the 30 range. This one here. And I don't want it to do the trailer. Yesterday I had it trailing by 50 ticks. It's not. Okay. So my plan is on this NASDAQ 30 range is I'm hoping that it retraces high enough for this RSI line to come in, break over the 80. And then I'm going to catch it on a short roll to the downside, kind of like it did over here. I don't know if that was enough, but we'll find out soon. Crude oil is in a nice trade. Let's check out crude. System does very well on crude and gold. Our black gold strategy is trading a 10 range. Black gold. Yeah, CO15 range black gold. There it is. And I'm up about $300 on the trade. and we're into that area of resistance. So if I wanted to keep some of that profit, I can attach it to my modified fast, and now I have a momentum-based trailing stop. Here comes that roll to the downside on the 30 range. Oops. Oh, that's the wrong account. I meant to put my PA account in that, and I missed it. Darn. That's the problem, is we make these human errors. I meant to put that on my PA account, and I missed that roll. Okay. So my cash register, my drone, which will continue to trade, is it sensed the shift in momentum on the E-mini. Took a trade to the long side, and with very little risk. I think it risks, if I remember correctly, 3 or 4 points to make 16. So yeah, this was the trade that I tried to catch on the 30 range. Unfortunately, I put the wrong Apex account in there, an old account evaluation that was no longer good, and now it's going to pop me into the upside. So now I'm really better off on the signal B. I was hoping to catch that signal A short, which would have been a really nice trade. Now, all right, now we caught it short on the signal B. I would have been in much sooner, but let's see if we can get this roll to the downside. Got a little bit of breathing room there. That's my 5-year-old. Okay, for now I'm going to give it a break. I really reached my loss limit. On that one, I have to blame myself. So let's go back to the haymaker. The 30. Let's watch the 30 range signal A AI drone. Hey, good morning, Toby. See, crude oil here is trying to push through. And it just bounced off that area of resistance and took us out. But we did lock in a little bit of profit on the trade. And I think I'm going to wait until about 9:30. I'm going to give it one more shot. The trade that I'm looking for is that roll to the downside. Just keep an eye on the volume. You can see on the right, bottom right of my charts, it's volume per minute, contracts per minute. And crude oil is really flying right now, almost 2,500 contracts a minute on crude. And that 30 range signal B, RTY. My daughter's in the background. I'm sorry about that. Let's see this position we're in on the signal B AI drone. Oh, it's out. Oh, it's gold. Wow, look at the signal B gold. Boy, that was the one to trade, huh? Gold 15 range signal B AI drone. This gold has been very volatile. You know what? I really like that gold signal A now. See, we could play the reversal on gold with this big short move down. Gold's been giving us some really great volatility. You could see these big moves down and back up. Really does nice. So I like to, once I get about $300 in profit, I like to get a momentum-based trailing stop in the trade. I don't think the Dow has started trading yet. So the top strategy was the haymaker this morning. That's a signal A on the 30 range. The 5-minute ES. The signal A's are great strategies when there's volatility. And for a news report, signal A is really the way to go. Let's look at this 2-minute NASDAQ chart. We see that huge candle when the CPI report came out. Gold jumped right back in. So that's what our leaderboard looks like this morning, trading that report. It's kind of sporadically, Patrick. When institutions kick in on the NASDAQ, I've seen it go as high as 6,000. But anything over 2,000 is really high for the NASDAQ. Now the E-mini stays over 2,000. A lot more contracts per minute cross. I still think we have some room to go down. That's just my opinion on this. But I know that they're really, they really want those interest rates cut, man. That'll be fuel. That's like throwing gasoline in a fire. If they cut those interest rates, the economy, I think, will really take off. I'm afraid to use a credit card right now. Unless I could, pay it with no interest. But I don't want to pay 20% interest or whatever it is. Or if you want to buy an investment property or a home, the interest rates are making it impossible right now. So I think with that hot CPI report, my opinion, which is worthless, is that the market is going to continue to move down. Hold on, I got Sergio calling in. Give me just a moment. Let me try to mute myself. Okay, I'm back. So I think what I'm going to do, a really nice feature here, is, well, you know what? I'm not going to do it. What you could do is, what I was going to say is, on a day like today, if it turns into a big huge meltdown to the downside, we have in our strategy parameters that you can eliminate the long trades. So if I uncheck take long trades because I only want short positions, then anything that sets up to the long side, it's just going to ignore that entry. And once it sets up to the short side, then it's going to jump in the trade for you. So you can control the direction of which way you want the trades to not go or go. And I was thinking, well, maybe on the NASDAQ, I just take short trades, but I always guess wrong. That's what I'm thinking is I should probably take long trades. So, kind of like George Costanza with it. Everything that I seem to do, the market the market seems to do the opposite. So I don't want to fall into that trap today. So I'm kind of just going to let things play out and try to, get in where I can fit in. I'm going to give it one more shot on that PA account today, because I think at the market open that there's going to be a really big move. I'll leave it at that. The 2-minute, you can see, is right at that big area of support that it's kind of stuck on. Crude just took a nice break through that area of resistance. There's a lot of upside for crude, and I'm up 400 on the trade, so this is when I like to do it. I'll get that momentum-based trailing stop. I'll right-click on my stop. I'll attach it to an indicator, and I'll put it right on my modified fast. And that's really a momentum-based trailing stop now. So it'll continue to trail the trade up, and it'll lock in the profits that I've already made. It's a more conservative strategy. If your style is a little more aggressive and you want to give the trade more room, you certainly could do that as well. But what I was looking at is on the 2-minute, it's testing this area of support here, where if we break that area, we could have a big move to the downside. Right now, our 2-minute strategy, I think it's important to know if you're trading the system. Right now, if you're trading a 2-minute strategy, the only possible entry that you can get right now would be to the long side. Excuse me. The only possible entry right now on a 2-minute strategy, we don't have a 2-minute B entry. The B entry is the trend trading entry, which would be a short entry, a continuation to the downside. Since we don't have a B strategy, because it gets in very late on a 2-minute for the NASDAQ. So right now, our only entry would be a pop to the upside. When this RSI line breaks through that 20%, it's going to pop you in long. And we know the target is 180 ticks. So in my mind, what I'd like to get is this short roll now on the 30 range. So it's setting up again. So let me see if I can grab it. The 30 range on the PA, signal A. There it is. Let's see if I can get this set up now. I kind of want to wait it until the market opens, but the volume looks pretty good. So let's see if we can catch it. You know what? I think I'm going to wait. I might get this pop to the long side. Nice move on crude. So you can see my stop is trailing that trade. Does the trail kick in when momentum slows down? No, I actually did that. So now the 2-minute did exactly what I was talking about. It caught that long entry. Let's see what it does. So price has a tendency to revert back to the mean, the 50 being the mean, and that's what it's doing right now. It's giving some kind of retracement from this huge candle down. But it's setting up for that nice roll. And I'm going to look to grab it. So let's go back to the PA account. Let's see if we can catch this roll. And who knows? You know, it might continue up. Really sorry about the mouse here. So it's continuing up. You think it was the... hey, good morning, Suzanne. You think it was the gold signal A drone? I'll take a look in just a second. I'm kind of curious what happens with this trade here. What a beauty, huh? Boy, who would have taken that? So I caught this bounce right off of this area of support. And it's riding this retracement all the way back up. Hey, Kush. Good morning. Good to see you, Suzanne. Yeah, we had a exciting morning with that report. Wow. Gold was very volatile. I really love that signal A on gold. Now that you mention it, now that my brain's working a little bit, I love the signal A on gold. I trade it every morning. I hear a lot of positions firing off. We got about 10 minutes till the market open. And I think... Let's see if we're in that gold trade that you mentioned. Yeah, you're right. The signal AI drone is in. So we're in a really nice trade on that signal AI drone on gold. Let's put this one up here. And we'll take a look at the gold trade. This is the black gold. And this is the signal. Let's go to gold and put it on that signal A. Love that strategy. So this is the trade that I was gunning for on this short roll. And I'm not exactly sure why it didn't take it. It might have. Actually, it did take it. So I'm in this trade now to the short side. That's the one I was looking for. So and we got a little breathing room. So this is the trade that I was after. Got trouble. I think I'm going to hide my stop right above this area. I'm going to give this a little more room. So I've got my stop just above that area of resistance. I potentially could take a big loser on this, but we're going to let it play out. Now we got a big push up. Wow, 1990 in gold. Nice. Man, I'm trading the wrong instrument, ain't I? Was that the AI drone row? Let's go back to our accounts. Keep an eye on it. 2-minute retirement plan is in that long trade. Yep, it's taking that big retracement. So I'm really relying on that area of resistance to help me out on this trade. Not in a very nice position right here. Taking a lot of heat on this trade. Hopefully we'll get a roll here pretty soon. There we go. Go ahead. Help me out. Need a little help, Toby. It's trying to retest that resistance. Come on down. Just a little help here. See if that resistance can hold up. It's trying to wick me out. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Well, it came up and kissed our stop, didn't it? Come on now, roll down. Wow, that's signal A. Wow. Amazing. Hey, Toby. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe I should have waited for that open. Yeah, that 2-minute retirement plan is dug into that long position. That's trouble. Oh my goodness. It's really testing that area. I need a big bounce here. Wow, that came, I mean, it's coming back too. Come on down. Give me some breathing room here. Oh. Come on, 9:30. I'm hoping that bell comes and pushes this thing down. Oh no. Here we go again. We got 2 minutes to go to the bell. Come on down. Give me a little help. Keeps bouncing off that 15. There's a lot of volatility. It looks like it's pushing it up. This could go all the way to the upside. It's trying to break through. It did. Well, that's the end of that trade. Let's go back to the 30 range. So I lost a little more than I wanted to on that. PA account. So I'm about break even now on it. But man, that long position found its way on the retirement plan. Hang on just a sec. I gotta overseas call coming in.
Order submitted. 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 submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, sorry about that. Trying to get with the gentleman from Belgium. Um, Listen, I think my audio is back on now.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. Um, no, a call came in from Belgium, and the gentleman's been trying to call for since yesterday, and I had to take the call, and I apologize, but I'm back now. Crude oil is in a huge trade. This 30 range long trade looks very familiar. It's retesting that area of resistance, and earlier broke through. Let's see if it can do it again on that 30 range.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Looks like it just broke through. Getting a big retracement back to the upside from that report this morning.
Order submitted.
Came back and stopped us out. It was up 810. It just missed the profit target. Now it looks like it's going to roll to the downside. This might be the big move down. Now there's your spike. Somebody asked earlier, how do you know? You see now we're at 7,000 contracts a minute. That's institutional money pushing the price of the NASDAQ lower. And our 2-minute jumped into the trade. I was kind of anticipating this one. So I did put this, man, oh no.
Order submitted.
Try to find this roll to the downside.
Order submitted.
Whoops. Really need this trade here.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Really need this one. Come on. Push it down.
Order submitted.
Jumped right back in.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Yeah, really nice volume. A huge candle down.
Order submitted.
Wow. Darn. All right, let's go back to our retirement plan.
Order submitted.
Still in that black gold trade. Did take a short roll on the 30 range as well. Let's see if the haymaker can get on.
Order submitted.
I thought that big volume spike, they were getting ready to sell it off. GC and CL doing great. Yes. Really like that CL trade. Looks really great. We're in that big CL trade. The Dow took a trade as well. Let's see if we could take a look at the Dow. The Dow was really hot yesterday. The Dow's in on the signal A, the Dow Diamond. Let's go to the YM Dow Diamond.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Signal B AI bot is the one that's doing good. Interesting. Signal B AI drone. See, that's my favorite strategy actually. If we look at the performance, and I showed this yesterday, somehow I deviated. Oh man. We go the month of April, and we look at the signal B. NASDAQ 30 range, signal B.
Order submitted.
This is our number one strategy. I kind of strayed away from it today, and it cost me, but you could see the signal B, just so you know it's not smoke and mirrors, you can see it's the only account that I have checked here, and I'll bring it to the top.
Order submitted.
The Signal B AI drone, the month of April. It's important to know if you're running this system. This is the hottest strategy. And this one here came up to a 59% win rate. And with a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio, you're going to do really well. Can you hear me now, Irene? Maybe we give it one last hurrah, huh? No, I think I'm going to cut my losses right here. It just keeps pushing higher and higher. You know, I said earlier that my opinion is worthless, and the market proved me right. I thought it would go down with the hot CPI report, and so far, since the market's opened, it's only really gone up. So that 30 range, Signal B, which is a trend trading strategy, on the NASDAQ is up over $8,000 this month. And you probably ask, well, why would you trade anything else? And that's a good question. Because I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Probably should have stuck with that one. So that one's red hot. But we got others, let me tell you, that can really turn it on. You saw the E-mini this morning make $2,000 on the report. That caught that big candle down for 2 full winners. And our Haymaker is doing outstanding. And our Haymaker today is really the top strategy, right? The Haymaker NQ30 range. The Haymaker NQ30 range. Okay, Toby. Yeah, you know what? We went this far. Just in case I change my mind. I was up 1,000 coming into today, and so I think I lost about 1,000. So I'm break even right now. And as hot as that Haymaker is, if it keeps pushing through these areas of support, we might be in a big uptrend here. These are the ones I normally like to let's let it play out. So the Haymaker hit its profit goal. Bunch of positions just went. We know crude, gold is back in. The NASDAQ on the 30, signal A, is in a long trade. Now we got our Laguerre locked to the downside with this. This signal B is getting ready to go. Hasn't jumped in yet, but it's about to. Cash cow.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Every time we think that the NASDAQ is going to take that big short roll, it bounces back. So let's watch that black gold because that was a nice trade. It's still in this position. It's up 580. I'm going to attach that to an indicator. Oh, it's enabled. Okay.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Could go all the way on this one. We're in the NASDAQ 30 range.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submit. Order submitted. Order submitted. submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
That gold trade is maturing nicely to the upside here.
Order submitted.
Wow. It took a full winner and jumped right back in. It's really taking advantage of this uptrend.
Order submitted.
And listen, that this afternoon is FOMC. Kind of be interesting to learn what they're going to say today. Why this gold is going back to the moon. This gold trade looks very juicy.
Order submitted.
Market is they're really putting money buying, pushing the price of gold higher and higher with this uncertainty. Gold to the moon today. Let's attach it and lock in some of this profit. If it finds its way to the top profit target, that would be two straight full winners. Wow, look at that. $1,300 on gold on the signal B today.
Order submitted.
A lot of volatility. But right now it's in a really nice uptrend.
Order submitted.
Still alive in crude. Let's see if we got anything open on the NASDAQ. We've got that one position on the NASDAQ. A short on the 30 range. The short trades, believe it or not, have been failing on the NASDAQ. The long trades are hitting on the NASDAQ. Our Dow is back in. Dow Diamond. Dow is short. Let's take a look at the ES. Let me see where that one went. Here it is.
Order submitted.
See if I can get this situated again.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Hey, good morning, Ken.
Order submitted.
Our all figure is in the Ninja results chart for today's current results. Yes, we started trading, Ken, this morning at the. Now this could be this short roll. We started trading right when the CPI report came out at 8:30. So the results you see are for today, starting at 8:30. Nothing from yesterday. At 10:15. We're going to end a little early because we started an hour early. So we'll go till 10:30. These short trades on the NASDAQ up to now haven't done as well as the long trades, believe it or not. Now, that wasn't true this morning when that CPI report came out. We hit big on the Haymaker and a few others on that big short move. But since then, it's been the long trades. And today is an FOMC day. So the market, historically we know is kind of, ranging. It doesn't really find a direction until after those minutes come out. The Dow Diamond is getting very close to the profit target. Here we go with this push down. Now my signal Bs are going to jump in. That's what it's been doing on those short trades. It's not much follow through on the short positions today, surprisingly. These are open positions right here. We see the crude oil trade, the 30 range signal A is in a short still. Got in a little quicker. Let's go to the 30 range signal A. Hey, David, for me, my drawdown was what I made. Well, actually, a little more. My drawdown was 1,000 on my PA account. But the system, the strategy that I was trying to trade was the 30 range signal A. I was trying to catch the swings down to the downside. And I think I tried to read too much into it with the CPI report coming out hot, which is normally the case when I try to guess the market direction. I usually guess wrong. So the strategy that I picked, I was looking for short rolls, but they just weren't following through to the short side. So, you know, that's what happens when I trade on a discretionary basis. It's a little more difficult. But the strategies themselves, you know, there was really no reason to trade beyond the CPI report. When the CPI report came out, our best strategies did really well. Our 5-minute on the ES, the cash register strategy. I'll show you the trades that it took. The cash register strategy this morning at 8:30 is when we started. And the CPI report came out, and it took 2 full winners to the downside and hit our P&L target. If I change my text color, it's hard to see it right here, but it hit the P&L target right there on the ES 5-minute. Yeah, it happens, Toby. Hindsight's always 20/20. But, you know, I think we, you know, myself, you know, it's experience, and it's a learning experience. And sometimes they can be expensive. But the system, you know, just crushed it for that CPI report with that huge amount of volatility. A lot of the strategies scored big. And now, you know, the market is kind of waiting to see, I think, what the Fed has to say this afternoon. Gold signal B's right back in. That strategy on gold is just amazing. Let's go take a look at gold signal B. Today that was the big. That one's going to find its way to the leaderboard. This signal B entry, and I'll put it on a trailing stop.
Order submitted.
With all the uncertainty right now, money's being just pushed into gold big time. Rouse said it this morning. I missed it, and I wish I would have thought more about what he said. But he said that he made 1990 on gold. It was one of the very first comments this morning, and I was happy for Rao, but I didn't internalize it. I see his message right here going back in the chat. Rao had 1990 in gold. He let us know, hey, trade gold. You were right, Rao. And Suzanne mentioned gold too. So gold today, and I actually have a second computer running. I'm curious to. I'm going to go take a look real quick. I'm on a signal B on gold there, but it might have. I'll take a look in just a second. There it is. Gold is at 1,650. Crushed it. And this crude trade is one stiff breeze, and it's going to be right through our profit target. So some really great opportunities today. Hey, Cam, I did see your question. I answered it. All the figures that you see here are from today. Secondly, why are most of the charts not updated to the current time? I think you're referring to a small delay in the YouTube stream. Huh. Yeah, it's at the current time. $12 to 19 minutes? Are you serious? $12 to 19 minutes. On the right edge of my chart, huh. Wow.
Order submitted.
Yeah, it's 10:26. 24 seconds? Okay. There's about a 24-second delay, Ken. You scared me for a minute. Oh, I apologize. Yeah, my reply was that the results that you see on my control center are all from today. We started trading at 8:30 for the CPI report. None of these results are from yesterday. These are all from today.
Order submitted.
The Signal AI drone is feeding information to the bot. Let's take a look at the Signal B AI drone. That's the one that scored good today. And that's our hottest strategy
Order submitted.
for the month of April.
Order submitted.
And I think gold is, man, amazing. Gotcha. Okay. It was the Steve. All right. Excuse me one second. I have a signal beyond gold running on my other computer that I'm trading a different account on. Let me just run and see what the result is. Hold on just a moment.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so it is 10:30 now. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The top strategies of the day was the Haymaker, number one. The Haymaker is our 30 range strategy that does take a signal A entry. Let's take a look at the entries on that. I'm curious when they scored them. Let's go to the Haymaker NQ30 range account. So this will show us the entries that it took. Must have been, let's scroll back. The market's retracing big time from that report. Yep, it was early. The Haymaker,
Order submitted.
let's start at the beginning. At 8:30 it starts.
Order submitted.
Wow, look at that move down, will you? Whew. Look at that CPI report. That's what the CPI report did at 8:30. Look how many candles it formed. Holy moly.
Submitted.
That was a big move down. So here it is. 8:30 it came out, right about here.
Order submitted.
And the market immediately took off to the downside. It was able to get in right here. Got a fill here. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. The short entry, and it came down and hit my first target at 200 ticks. Took another short entry. Let's take a look at this. Let's go to today on the Haymaker. So these are the trades it took. I think I saw a losing trade though. These are the trades it took. Took 4 trades.
Order submitted.
And it looks like they were all profitable. And that's the ATM strategy that once it goes 80 ticks, the stop goes to break even plus 11. So if it came back and stopped us at a plus 11, it considers it a winning trade, which looks like what happened here. Then it caught these two beautiful trades to the downside. Took a short entry down, another short entry, and it closed out at 2,000. So that was the big winner of the day. And it put us on the sideline by 8:38. So trading our haymaker strategy, one of our premier strategies, the report came out at 8:30. By 8:38, it put $2,000 in the bank. Trading our haymaker. And then the cash register we looked at, gold we've been watching, the gold strategy that trades in the direction of the trend. Institutional money keeps pushing the price of gold up, and it caught a lot of beautiful long trades. And crude oil. So a really good diversity of strategies. Pretty much all of our strategies, with exception to the Dow, had a great day today. So that's how things panned out. For myself, it didn't go as well with the PA account. I came out on the losing end, but that's part of trading. And tomorrow we'll come back and we'll do it again. So I do now. It's trading at 23.65. Yeah, I see that. I think the high on it, Rao, is it went as high as 75 the other day, I think. Let's look at gold real quick. Let's go to a little bit of a higher time frame. And we'll put some more data on it. Let's put it on this one. Yeah, when it's high, it keeps breaking the all-time highs. These are all-time highs. It's not just, this session high. This is in the history of gold. It went as high as 23, looks like just over 23.80. And it's climbing back now. So a lot of uncertainty in the market, and a lot of institutional money is going into gold, into precious metals. And this afternoon is the FOMC minutes, so it'll be interesting to what these guys have to say. So gold is creeping back up to its all-time high. So let me put this back. The gold trades a 15 range. All right, so I want to thank everybody for joining me a little early today and watching the system trade the CPI report. And I hope you have a blessed rest of the day. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.